It's me, Miss Champagne B, and I'm with Black Business Life, where we want to help our entrepreneurs connect with other businesses all over the world and in the country. If you have not had a chance to follow us, please do so. Subscribe to our channel, check out our Instagram page, Black Business Life, and check out our webpage, www.blackbusinesslife.com. Let's get ready to start. So a lot of people have asked me about Twitter. You guys wanted to know how to use Twitter and how Twitter can be used for your business and if you should use Twitter. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a quick Twitter walkthrough so that you can understand how Twitter is used. A lot of people use Twitter, but they're just not sure what it's for, what's its purpose, or anything like that. So if you look right now at the screen, you will see that I am on Twitter's homepage. This is my personal account. Feel free to follow me, Miss Champagne B03. As we look at it, you'll see over here to your left, right here, this is your menu on the left. We're going to see if I can take this down so we can see better. There we go. So right here, you'll see the Twitter symbol, your home button. Whenever you see your home button, it'll always bring you home. No matter where you go on Twitter, you hit the home button, you come right back to your main page. Explore. The Explore page is based off of the hashtags, which is where much of the hashtag craze came from, which is Twitter. This allows you to see what are the trending topics, what's everyone talking about, what's the hot hashtags, and this is a way for you to get in on conversations or for you just to seek out like-minded individuals. Your notifications. So anytime if maybe you set an alert or notifications on someone that you're following, you'll be notified if they're following someone else, or you'll be notified if someone starts to follow you. You'll be notified if someone retweets what you're saying or likes what you're saying. And we'll talk more about what does that mean to retweet. Messages. These are messages people have sent to you in your inbox and asked you questions and comments or concerns. Your bookmarks. This is some of your favorite pages or stories that you saw. You can go and save them here. Your lists. These are lists that you create. Maybe you have a list of Twitter accounts that you like to follow because they're based off of R&B artists. Maybe you have a list of Twitter accounts that you like to follow because it's newsworthy. Your profile pic. This is what you look like. And then your more, which is all your other information that couldn't fit out there in that main menu. So topics, the topics of today, what are people talking about? Moments. These are moments that Twitter identified as captivating or influential or most talk about or popular, things that we should kind of look out for. Twitter ads. If you want to run an ad on Twitter, this is where you start. Your analytics. How well is your Twitter account doing? How well are people following you? Your settings and privacy. This allows you to identify if you want your account to be public and everyone to see, or if you want to keep it private. It allows you to reset your passwords. Also, if there are certain people you want to follow because you're just setting up your account. Help Center is definitely your help. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can get the help here. And your display is how do you want your Twitter page to be set up. So now we're going to go through each one of those just to get a better understanding of what it looks like. So first off, you got your Twitter icon. Again, it's just a part of it. Hello. It's going to change down here to refresh for you. Your home page, no matter where you are, brings you back home. So we're going to use our home page a little bit later. Let's click on Explore. As you see, these are some of the top stories today. The coronavirus, more than 1 million cases confirmed worldwide. Teddy Riley, I guess he's big right now. He's trending. Siren, pets. What's happening, and in popular news articles, Leighton Meister and Adam Brody are expecting a baby. Let's see here. Rapper Takeshi 6ix9ine is released from prison due to coronavirus fears. Oh, buddy. New topics. These are some topics that you can follow. If you want to follow a topic, you'll click on follow some topics, and this will have you kind of narrow down what type of topics you want to follow. So maybe your business is regarding entertainment. You're going to click on entertainment. Celebrities, type of celebrities that you could follow, you want to stay on top of. You want to know what's going on with the celebrities before anyone else wants to know, or before anyone else wants to report. You want to know first. If you're a gamer, maybe you want to stay on top of gaming, video games, tabletop gaming. If you're about technology and computers, this is where you want to go. You want to click on these different areas and kind of learn more. Artificial intelligence, cloud platforms. So let's, for instance, for me, one of my interests is entertainment, and my interest is about digital creators and channels. So these are entertainers or people who are entertainment who have their own channels. And Jacksepticeye, he does a lot of gaming. I'll hit follow. So whenever Jacksepticeye tweets anything or sends out a message, I'm notified as soon as it happens, and I can go and hurry up and look at it. Or if I want to write a blog, I could blog about it. Even if business and finance, startups, accounting, venture capital. Now, these are not all inclusive. These are just, a snapshot of the majority of things that you could see on your timeline. So, but these are great to have, because if you have a business in one of these popular areas, you can go ahead and follow it so that anytime something pops up, you'll be the first to know. And it's great for your business to be the first. So you can change maybe a strategy that you've been using. But now maybe there's a new law that's coming into place and you've been notified of it ASAP, and you can start implementing it. Or if you have a blog site and you talk about celebrities and popular celebrities, you can go ahead and look at your notifications and see what celebrity just tweeted what, and hurry up and write a blog about that so you can be first. And then this also gives you a little snapshot of it. So before, you could follow those when we said for you, when we did for you, and we went down to the whole follow some topics. But now you can go through these topics, and this is what Twitter has pulled up and said, hey, we think these are pretty important. These are big, big, big for you to know. So for instance, Ellis Marsalis Jr. died at 85 of coronavirus complications. Unfortunate. You get your sports snapshot of all the big sports. LaMelo Ball and his banjo purchase at NBL's Illawarra Hawks. You got your fun. Let's go on fun. Do normal people iron their pillowcases? That is something fun. What's up? What else do we have? Let this wee granny tell you everything will be okay. The collective agreement to cancel April Fools is official. So, and finally, your entertainment. What's going on in the entertainment world? We talk about Leighton Meester and Adam Brody are having baby number 2, and Tekashi 6ix9ine is being released from prison. So as you see, a lot of this is kind of repetitious from the For You. So they basically grab some of the biggest headlines out of here and slap it on For You. And then if you go into each of these categories, you'll see more specific stories relating to that specific niche. Your notifications. All right, so these are my notifications. These are everything that people have either responded to me about, they've followed me, people who I followed, and maybe I set up a notification so that every time they tweet something or they retweet, I'm notified. Every time somebody retweets something of mine, I'm notified as well. Comments. And you can see people who are notifying you of what they have going on. And if you really like them, you can follow them. Mentions. These are people who mentioned me. Was Banco working with them? Real talk. She mentions me. If you respect yourself, I probably would have never had a chance with you. Damn. And these are other retweets that either talk to someone who tagged me in it, or maybe I was speaking to someone and they responded back to me. So Twitter isn't one of my top platforms to use, but it is something that I do want to get back into. So let's look at your messages. Click on the messages. These are all the messages that you receive from other people. So very much so, just like Facebook or any other social media platform, people have the ability to inbox you and contact you. A lot of them will be and may be, when you first start out, people who's trying to sell you stuff. They're trying to sell you things. And it's stuff like you really don't need or you're not even interested in, but they're trying to, to grow their accounts. And sometimes it works. I don't recommend just dry sending out stuff initially to people, because if I don't know you and you haven't made the attempt to really get to know me, I probably won't really look at what you have going on, because it'll feel so spammy. And you don't want to feel spammy, because once you start feeling spammy, you go down like the wrong path. Bookmarks. So we're going to show some tweets to bookmark. But right here, if you did bookmark a tweet, it would show up right here in your bookmarks area. Lists. These are lists that I own, lists that I've subscribed to, and then lists that I'm a member of. So these are things people may have pulled me into so I can be a part of it and feel important. Profile. This is my profile. So this is my page right here. The name of my page, my picture, a little bit of something about myself, how many followers I have, and how many I'm following. So not a massive lot, but again, I don't really use Twitter too much. Let's go to more. So more, you have topics. These are the browse topics we have talked about before. So as you see, I follow Jacksepticeye. So whenever something comes up from him, it's going to show up in my topics area in my home timeline. Moments. This is an interesting one. Let's go see if I can see some moments that I had. Moments that I shared, things that I tweeted out and I made into a moment. I don't really see too many people who are really using moments out like that. I don't really think it's really that important as of right now. Let's see more. Your Twitter ads. If you want to run ads on Twitter, running ads is a great way for you to bring business to your webpage or to your business site. A lot of people don't realize that running ads is a great way, and it's really a cheap way to get your business out there and to get eyes on your business. We're not going to go over how to run an ad or what to do to run an ad. I'll make a video for that later. But the basics is you want to just know. The biggest thing I will tell people is before you run ads, know who your target market is. If you don't know your exact target market, and if your target market is everyone, you don't know what your target market is. So make sure you know your target market first before you start running ads, because you can definitely lose a lot of money and not get any type of exposure that you want. But this is a great way for you to bring the exposure that you want if you know how to do it. So click on your Twitter ads if you want to know more about it, and it'll go through and give you more information about the ads, how to do it, the playbook step by step. So if you learn how to run ads, you actually can make some decent money with your business or get a decent exposure, because it's so cheap. It's much cheaper than doing it on TV or the radio. Analytics. My analytics is going to be bad, and that is okay because I don't use it. But let's say you get on here on Twitter and you want to use it. It's important that you learn how to use your analytics. So as you see, my tweets are up. Oh, sweet. My tweets are up 107%. My tweet impressions are 25.9%, so it's going further. I have more people following my profile. I've gotten mentioned twice, so yay, it's gone up. But unfortunately, my followers just keep going down, down, down. I'm down 56 followers, which could be bad. But also when I first started my page, I was just asking for any and everyone to follow me. So those may not be my true market, people who I really want to follow me anyway. So it kind of makes sense. It's all right. Tweets. How many tweet impressions I have, my top tweets that people are looking at. I have no new followers. It'll tell you how to increase your followers. One of the best ways for me to tell you to increase your followers is to be active on Twitter. Okay. And active means interacting with people, talking to people, retweeting things, sending out tweets, conversing with people. That's the easiest way for you to gain followers. I don't really do that on Twitter. I just come here, post stuff, talk to one or two people, and then I'm out. But if you want to grow your Twitter account, that's the easiest way to do so, just starting off. These are my top tweets, how many impressions I've earned. Impressions is how many people have looked over my tweet, how many people have seen it. Not necessarily interacted with it. Engagement means when someone interacts with whatever tweet that you put out there. Impressions is they're viewing it. So it's going far. So my tweet has 639 impressions. So at least 639 people have eyed my tweet. It has shown up within in 639 people's timeline. So that's pretty cool. My summaries, my new followers, I'm hemorrhaging followers, but it also could be bots and all kinds of things. In February, my tweet impressions, and as you see, my tweet impressions have gone up. So I was at 28.6 thousand, now it's 27.3 thousand. My tweets were 157, now it's 97. So the more you tweet, the more, I think the more your impressions are going to grow. Profile visit, I had 74 people visit my profile in March. I had more in February, 84. Look at this. Earn impression 364, 757. So this is a great way for you to see and kind of gauge how well your Twitter is doing. If this is important to you, it's always important to know your analytics. And no matter what social media platform you're on, because you want to make sure if the time that you're putting in and the effort that you're putting into that social media, if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, if you're not seeing the return, the ROI that you desire, you need to tighten up and figure out what are some things that you should be doing so that you can get the return that you desire. You got your settings and privacy. So my username, my phone number, my email, all of my data and permissions, accounts, safety, notifications, content. This is where you can go and customize your settings to what's best for you. Let's see. What else do we have here? Help center. Like I said, with the help center, if you need help, maybe you don't understand how something works or how something is processed, you can go to the help center and it's going to have a lot of data and information and articles for you to review so that you can get whatever you need answered. So look, how can you help? You can search for it. You can look through here. If I'm not sure what you're looking for, you can go through here. Teach you about your profile and your account settings. So this is really good. When all else fails, go to Twitter, get some help. And finally, your display. Your display allows you to change it to dim. You can do lights out, default. Your color could be blue or it could be orange and red. And so I'm going to change mine to purple because that goes with my overall. And I like dim. That bright light sometimes is pretty harsh to my eyeballs. All right, so now we changed it. We have my profile set up in the way that I want it to be set up. So first things first, what is a tweet? A tweet is basically you putting a message out there. It's a post that you send out into the Twitter atmosphere. So it says what's happening. Let's talk about what's happening. I am doing, if I can spell it right, let's do @ or hashtag Twitter tutorial for our hashtag YouTube. I'm going to select channel. Now, right there, you may have said, what did I just do? When I hit hashtags, well, real quick, let's talk about hashtags. A hashtag allows you to categorize your tweet in a manner that people can search for your tweet using that hashtag. So whenever I type my hashtag in here, and as you saw, I typed YouTube, the hashtag is going to bring up all the popular hashtags that people have been using already. So you see some YouTube and some Asian characters, or YouTube Live, YouTube channel, YouTube town. So instead of me having to type it out completely, I can just go over here and select YouTube channel. Now this might not happen for all of your hashtags. It's only going to happen for your hashtags that are established. Some hashtags will be there. You can just click it and keep going. And some hashtags will not be there, but you can just use it and maybe it'll catch on, or maybe there might be a system glitch or whatnot. But if it's there, you can always click it and keep going. And this lets me know that people are probably using this hashtag. So there's a chance that someone else will see my hashtag and maybe retweet it or maybe engage with me. I am doing a Twitter tutorial for our YouTube channel. Feel free to watch it tomorrow at 9 a.m. Boop. And then I might want to add my my YouTube channel. So here's lesson number 1 on how you can use this for your business. So one of the things we do for Black Business Life is that we have a YouTube channel, and we want to definitely get our channel seen, and we want people to see our YouTube channel and watch and engage and hopefully subscribe to us. So because we want that, we need to figure out ways to let people know that we're here. A lot of times people start businesses or put things out there and they forget to market it and brand their content, and people do not know that they should come and follow you or come and support you because they don't know that you're here. So these social media channels are another opportunity for you to market yourself and brand yourself for free. Like if you're not using social media with your business, you are truly missing out. So I'm going to go down here and then I'm going to comment and put the V there. Well, actually, I'm going to Command V if you have Mac, or copy paste if you have Microsoft. And this is the page. This is our YouTube channel. They can go to it. Don't tell people go to my YouTube channel and don't put a link. You don't want to make people work harder to come and find your content. You want it to be easy. If I have to type in your information into the address bar, I'm not going to do it unless I really am bent on supporting you. I'm not going to go back to your channel. That's just not what I'm going to do. So you always want to make it easier for your audience to find your information. So right here, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you where it's located on YouTube. And I'm also giving you a link to my YouTube channel so you don't have to search for it. I just want you to come straight to it. So I'm going to tweet it. And there's our first tweet, you guys. Oh, now tweets. Everyone is tweeting, okay? So the reason why it disappears so quick is that there are millions of people tweeting. And as soon as a tweet is sent, it updates your home page. So as you see, it is gone. Boom, it is gone. If you want to go and see your tweet that you just sent, go to profile. And it's right here. And as you see, it has my Black Business Life link in there. It changed from a link into this picture so that people can just click on it. And it's going to take them automatically to our Black Business Life YouTube channel. And they don't have to type in anything. It goes right to where I want them to go. And at that point, once they get there, they have the opportunity to go through and click on videos, my playlist, and even look at the video that I just promoted on my YouTube or my Twitter channel for free. Sorry, it's taking a little time to come up, but here we go. All the videos we have on here so that people can review them and check them out. Yay! Back to Twitter. Okay. Another thing you want to do is you want to put when you're setting up your profile for your business, as you can see, you see my profile. You want to make sure your branding is the same on all your profiles so that whenever I see your icon or I see your colors, I associate that with you and I'm more drawn to your brand, to your page. You definitely want to do that. So one of my things is I have a Single Gal Guide logo up here that you may not be able to see. It's right here at the top, but that's usually my colors, which is purple and like a pink. There's a picture of me so people can see who I am and they can kind of feel like, oh, there's a face, there's a person behind this. Oftentimes people just put things out there and use some type of stock photo, but it doesn't really humanize your profile. It might look scammy. There's a lot of scammers out there. So you have to make sure that people really relate to you and see that you're an actual person, that you're actual business, because if they don't, they may not patron you, and you really want them to patron you. When you set up your profile, you're going to have a name, and then you're going to have an @ username on your Twitter. These do not have to be the same. If you can make them same, I say why not, but they do not have to be the same. So for instance, the single gal guide was not available, or I think it may have been too many letters. Twitter only allows you a certain amount of characters for your username, so use them wisely. But if anything, try to make sure your stuff is at least branded in the same together. So Miss Champagne B, which is what I use all the time, is behind the single gal guide brand. And usually if people follow me, they know these two things. Or if they find me online, all the stuff that says single gal will bring up all of my Twitters, my social media, my Instagram, everything, just because that's what I always use. You also want to put a link to whatever it is you're selling right here. Remember, the more links to your business, the better. So if I click on this link right here, it's going to take you back to my landing page, which is bad. So you may want to know, how do you update your page with your link? So first, we're going to go to whatever web page you're using. This is my web page right here. And if you guys saw, I had 84 people go to my profile. Those 84 people could have potentially clicked on my link, and it could have taken them nowhere, which meant that I could have missed out on a lot of leads. In the same token, they could have not touched anything, but you would rather be safe than sorry. So I'm going to copy my address right up here. That's what I did. And then I'm going to go back to my Twitter account. Come on, Twitter. There we go. Then I'm going to go to my profile. Click on my profile. And then I'm going to hit edit profile up here in the corner. And then I'm going to go down here to website, and I'm going to highlight that and put in my website single gal guide. And then I'm going to save it. And now here is your bio. So this is my bio right here, which is great, but things have changed since then. I've gotten more concise with the goal of what the single gal is about. So I am going to go copy this. I have a write-up that I've already used. Now again, in your profile bio, you're only allowed a certain amount of characters. So you can't put a whole bunch of a 9-page story. You want to be clear, and you want to be concise and precise. So we'll play around with it, because I can't remember the amount of characters exactly, but let's take a look. So this is my my web page. So you're the behind the scenes of my web page. And there we go. This is my meta description. I want this right here. Copy, and I want to go back to my page, my bio, and there we go. And then I'm gonna hit save. All right, so it's a cut off, so it's too many for women living single. See, look down here, you got 160 characters. So all right, so I'm going to go ahead and take care. Learn the art of being single from Learn the art of being single. There we go. News, info, articles, blog tips, life motivation, dating advice, and self-help for women living the single life. Okay. Now, I use keywords. Keywords are very important. Keywords are the words that people enter into Google or other search engines when they're looking for whatever it is that they're looking for. So if you want a red book, your keyword will be red book, because that's what you're going to type into Google. And Google search engine is going to bring up everything associated with red books that fits you the best. They use a lot of algorithm calculations in order to identify what pages best fit the keyword that you're using. So it's very important that you use keywords that are related to your business, because you have a better chance of being pulled up in those search results. So as you see right here, boom, I have more of my profile. Boom, I have a web page. Let's change the single gal guide up here. I want to see if I could change my backdrop. See what I have. As you see, I have some music going on in the background. There we go. I have this. We're going to see if we can use it. I may or may not be able to use it. It may be too big. Yeah, let's go open it up. There we go. Yeah. We're going to apply that. We're going to save it. There's my name. You can always change it right there. It has 50 characters for your name. I'm going to save it. All right. So we changed our page. Got my picture. Change my picture a little bit. So now it's like, what picture should I be using? I have a lot of funny pictures, but let's see what I can use. Okay. So now I have something new. Boop. Gonna open that up. There we go. Going for a rustic type of look. Save. Boop. All right. So we have an updated picture. We have an updated background. Now our web page looks a bit better. It looks like more of what I'm talking about and more of what the focus of my blog is about. All right. So if you notice, you see notifications too. We've got 2 notifications. So we're going to click on that. Let's see what our notifications are. Intro maker for YouTube's liked our tweet. If you look down here, they have 143 they're following 143 people, and they're following 22 people. When people hover over your profile, they can see how many followers you have and how many people you're following. That will come into play later down the line when you start wanting to grow your followers, because some people may feel like, oh, you don't have a lot of followers, I'm not going to follow you. That's important to some people. As a business owner, followers is not necessarily important to you, because you could have thousands of followers, but if they're not buying from you, does it really matter? You want to cultivate people who are going to purchase from you. So followers is not important. The quality of followers are important. All right. Any mentions? Nope. No mentions. Okay. So these are, and then Intro Maker followed us. So I can just hover over them, and I don't have to go to their page, but I can just follow them from right here. Following. Or I can go to their page and click, and I can check out their page and see what they're offering. So just an example of another business. Intro makers for YouTube. So obviously their job is they create intros. Cool. Need a cool intro? They have a little logo that says V. It says Intro Maker for YouTube. Shows up one of the intros that they're making. So you can go to videogun.net and let's see what they have. What's going on here, if they're really that good at making intros. Create an amazing intro for YouTube channel in 5 minutes. So I could type in my channel name. Go gal guy. Create an intro. All right. And I do have a YouTube channel, so this does appeal to me. Oh, look at that. Okay. Here's another one. That looks pretty cool. So they give me 2 options. I can go and I can edit it, and they'll give it to me. I just gotta pay $10. I can even load more if maybe, I'm not feeling those so much. So the system creates additional intros. So this is actually a pretty interesting job. And the way they market, and this is something that we should very much look at and pay attention to. Look, they give you more options. So let's click out of here. Great job, you guys. So they basically used Twitter to find a target market, their customers. So they're looking for people who are interested in creating YouTube videos on their for their profile, for their page. What's their job? Their job is that they have an editor create you a YouTube intro. So they're seeking anyone who creates YouTube videos that they can help. That's their target market. When I did my hashtag for my YouTube, remember the hashtag that we just did? I'm gonna go back to my profile so we can remember. The hashtag that I just created, they said, hey, anyone who's in this hashtag, we're just going to shoot our shot and let them know that we can make you an intro. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what happened. It piqued my attention. I clicked on their link. And if I, didn't like my intro, I may have purchased one of their intros because they look pretty interesting for $10. So they would have made an easy $10 off of me. And the way they did that was they knew their market, their target market. That is the biggest thing you guys need to know. You need to know your target market. Everyone is not your target market. Find out who is your target. Once you identify your target, then what you're going to do is you're going to use the hashtags right here. You're going to use the hashtags to locate those people. And then once you find the hashtags to locate those people, you want to make sure your profile is optimized so that when they come to your profile, one, they know what your profile is about. So before, I'm over here just trying to sell people stuff. They don't know me. They don't know if my stuff is really going to help them. Why would you buy something from someone if you don't know if it's going to help you? You have to be able to fulfill their need. What I had before, no one knew if I fulfilled their need or not. But now, single women, single life, that is my niche. Those are my target market ladies. So when I reach out to the different Twitter accounts, they'll see this and they'll like, hey, this applies to me. Let me go check them out. Boom, they click on my link, and based on what I have, because it's up to you now to make sure whatever web page you have, that it's set up well enough that people will want to buy or engage or follow you. Whatever action you want them to do or take, you want to make sure that your website is optimized and that so it encourages them to take those options or those actions. Sorry. So we're going to put that into effect shortly, but I wanted to kind of go through a bit more. Let's go back to our home page because I want to go to our home area. So you can actually engage with your other Twitter people. So how can you figure out who you want to engage with? Well, you just kind of go down your home line and see what's going on. Let's see. This YouTube star says she hit rock bottom after the rapper for MTV show and split from Jake Paul. Oh, man. So this is from TMZ. So right down here, this is where you can comment. You click on that. You can tweet your reply to TMZ. And this will go back to TMZ and to Fab because they're both included on the, they're both included right here in the tweet. So it's going to tweet back to them. If they weren't included, it would just tweet back directly to TMZ. But because they're both on here, you're going to tweet and tag both of those people right here. This is how many retweets. This is this right here. When you retweet, that's basically you're sharing the post. This right here is your retweet button. Let's see. This right here is for Buffer. It's because I use a third-party service called Buffer that allows me to share things at certain times, a Buffer service. So you won't always see this. I only have that because I have that system. This right here is heart. You can like it. See that? See how the number went up when I hit it? You can take it away, goes down, or you can increase it. And this right here is your share button. You can send it to someone in an email. You can add it to your bookmark, which we saw earlier. Or you can copy the link to the tweet and, link it on Facebook or other social media avenues. Add your tweet to your bookmark. If you want to see your bookmark, you can click the view down here at the bottom. Or you can go to more. You can go to bookmarks. and it's going to be right here forever and ever until it's deleted. You can remove it from your list. You can mute them. You can block them. This is very important. If someone is bothering you, how do you block them? Let's go back to our home. And let's say Amrita. She seems really fishy. So I'm going to go click on her. And Amrita is here. She's just stalking me and I just don't like her. I go to these 3 little dots. Click that dot. And I can report her, which means I'll send a message to Twitter and say, hey, I feel harassed. Can you guys do something about it? And they may or may not. But in the interim, you can block her. When you block someone, you can no longer see their tweets, and they cannot see your stuff, and they cannot respond to you or retweet to you. So if you feel like, oh, I'm being stalked and I'm being harassed, you can go ahead and block them. Mute is when maybe you have some people who tweet every 2 minutes and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm just tired of just hearing from you and seeing you for so much. I don't want to not follow you because you have some good stuff, but you are just doing it incessantly. So you can mute them and it'll stop you from getting notification after notification of what they're doing. So let's go back to our home. You see the purple dot? Your dot may not be purple. It's going to be whatever accent color you use. But this lets you know that there's some new activity on your homepage. All right. So let's talk about how do we find our customers here on Twitter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explore. And then the first thing I might see is I might try to go look at what's going on, what's trending. So Frank Ocean, thanks for delivering. 60 Days In, Granny Smith, boycott. Maybe I want to hit show more and see what else is out here. See if anything applies to what I'm doing. Babyface. I want to go look at that later. See why Babyface and Teddy Riley is trending so hard. I'm really interested in that. Let's see. The viral drone date story doesn't quite check out. Let's click on that and see what this is about. And the clip might be a bit less spontaneous than advertised. So it looks like somebody had a story and there was more to the story. So if we look down here, we could tweet our reply. If you want to see what other people have talked about, let's see, or what other people are saying, you can click show the thread and it's going to show you everybody who talked and commented and shared this. The replies I covered. I can't believe this is actually working. Yes, this is the real story. This is a fake story. Are we truly surprised? Let's all work hard on being less gullible or else we may all break up into a million little pieces. So this is everyone who commented to them based on this story. So not really anybody I want to really get involved with just yet. So let's say you look there and you're like, all right, none of these stories really talk to what I'm trying to do. Let's go back to explore and let's find some hashtags that does talk to you. So mine is single women with an M, not a comma. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. And this is going to bring up everybody who used the tag single women. So secure, single, taking care of yourself is the most empowering thing you can do to let go of needing validation from other people. You can learn to love it. So I like this. This really falls under what I want to talk about in my topic. So I'll go click on the comments and I'll make a response. I agree. Too many people don't take the time to take care of themselves because they may think they are being selfish or they are unimportant. So I've reached out and I basically responded or replied to someone's tweet. So I can also, if I want to do something more, there's these little icons down here at the bottom of my tweet. This one is if I wanted to share a personal picture from my webpage. I could, but I'm not in this instance. This is a GIF or GIF, depending on who you are. This is when you can find certain pictures that really complement what you're saying, or accent or emphasize what you're saying. This is if you want to do a poll. Polls are cool. People like to do polls. Polls may be a good idea for your marketing or your business. You might say, do you like this color or do you like this color? Do you guys think that Kobe is the best basketball player in the world, or do you think that LeBron James is the best basketball player in the world? Whatever may be the case. And then these are kosher emoticons, smileys and people. You can use teddy bears and foods and soccer, all this good stuff. So I'm going to use a GIF, and I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to find one of these that really apply to how I feel. So I'm going to use this right here. 1,000 times yes. Now, it is shown that when you're marketing, pictures will help send your posts further than just words. So if possible, try to add pictures and videos to your posts. It gets you seen more, and people are more likely to pay attention to a post with a picture or video in it than they would to a post without a picture or a video. So we're going to reply. Boom. So then I might also go a bit further and let me go see what Securing Singles page is about. She has about the same amount of followers, following the same people. She has a web page. So now she Secure Single provides singles information, tools, and practical guidance to flourish. Writers speak for themselves, quotes like retweets, etc., and it does not equal endorsements. So now I'm kind of interested in her. Let's go look at her web page. So this also helps you identify your competitors, what they are doing, how it's working for them, if you need to straighten up and fly right with what you have going on. So you look at her page, and she has a blog, a team, thrive as a single person, tools and guidance, anxiety, read more. She has blogs. So this may be someone I may want to collaborate with because she's a blogger just like I'm myself. Okay, but she also says to provide information, tools, and practical guidance to help you flourish and fulfill your calling. So I'm hitting get started. Blog Alone Without a Roommate. So they have a blog. It looks like it hasn't been updated since 2019. Oh, maybe I have to go all the way down. Maybe not. 11, 13. 15th. Yeah, it hasn't been updated since 2015. So you definitely, one thing you want to be on top of your blogging more recently, because it looks better to potential clients and also looks better for your for Google algorithm. They like to see that web pages are updated on a regular basis because then they know you're serious. So hopefully she'll respond back to me. If she doesn't, it's cool. But I can also go the extra route and retweet what she's saying. Retweet it. So you have retweet, which is just basically retweeting exactly what she says, or you can do retweet with a comment. So let's go back a little bit. Find another single woman. eBay. Let's see. We're going to search single woman. Research it. Okay, so yeah, Secure Single has it on lock. Single woman, Go Dates. These are people who reach out to me. I actually am going to write for them. So I have a blog that's coming right up, but let's see. I can go to them. Go Dates. All things dating, love, relationships, and sexuality. Guest contributors welcome. They have 6,400 followers, which is cool. So we're going to follow them. And then I'm going to go down to why am I still single? And then I'm going to retweet with comments and say, OMG, this is so on point. Now, I recommend that you read the blogs first before you just retweet, because it could say something like, I like to kill goats, and you don't want to look weird saying that. So I've read this one before because I'm actually going to write for them. But always read before you retweet your stuff for your business. Like your personal stuff, okay, because it is what it is. But for your business, don't just retweet just to retweet, because you might retweet some very wrong information, and that's going to shoot down your credibility as a business. So awesome. And also, if I want to stay on top of what they're doing, I'm going to go to this button and click that notification button so that every time they send out a new retweet, a new story, or whatever, I'm notified immediately and I can reach out to them. I also have the ability to send them a direct message, which is that little envelope. Whenever you see that envelope, that's normally mailer messages. So I could type them and say, hey, I just wanted to connect here as well. We met on Tailwind. I have my finished blog post and we'll be sending it for your review. Thank you so much for this opportunity. All right. And there's my message. So, in a nutshell, that is how you can use Twitter to help you grow your business. One, make sure your profile is adequately filled out with stuff about your business and it looks good and that your links worked. It's nothing like trying to score a whole bunch of business, a whole bunch of people to come into your page, and they're coming to your page and it's incomplete and there's nowhere that they can go. Not cool. Also, use your hashtag. Whatever your business is about, maybe you can do hashtag dating. All right? You like to talk about dating. So you can go and see your top people who talk about dating. So they have dating in their profile. Feel free to use hashtags in your profile so that people can locate you. So if I go to my profile and hit edit, I have 141 characters out of 160. Try to fill that up. Hashtag dating. Hashtag single life. Well, I'm sad. So let's go. We're living a single life. Boom. All right. I'm going to save this. So if I go, oh no, is it still cut off? Oh, there you go. Boop, single life. So if I go over here to explore and I type in hashtag single life, and it's going to bring me the top people who use single life. These are all people who just used it right now. If I go click on people, it's going to bring up people who use single life in their names or a hashtag. Okay. So let's see if I come up anywhere. Probably not. Probably got to go down really, really far. But in the interim, though, these are people who, and it might not have updated in the system yet for it to take place, but these are people who I could reach out to. Single plus two. Single plus two combines an oftentimes overwhelmingly daily single life with the joys and frustrations of motherhood. Sometimes single dumb comes with a plus two. So I can go and click on her. And this is another person I could be connecting with and talking to. She hasn't commented since 2019, so. Eliza, living my best single life. Let's see what Eliza has going on. March 18th. So I'm going to follow Eliza because she's my potential audience. And then I'm going to heart her and kind of look to see what she has going on. Looks like she does a lot of retweeting. Oh, stupid love. So you can sit there, you can retweet. And when people see you doing things like retweet, don't always be about stuff. Sometimes it's about, what other people can help, how you can help other people, how you can service people. So don't go on Twitter necessarily thinking, okay, how can you guys help me? Go on Twitter and all social media on how can I help you? And when people see that you're naturally helpful, they'll think about you and they'll come back to you and say, hey, that's pretty cool. And that's how you'll build your following. Be helpful to other people. Be a service to other people. All right. Thanks again for joining me tonight. Again, I'm Miss Champagne B. Please follow us on Instagram at Business Life. Check us out at Black Business Life. Check us out online, www.blackbusinesslife.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell, that little notification button, so every time we release a new video, you are there and you can see what we have going on. Thanks again for everything, you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.